the hit, take the hit. Welcome back to FPL, Take the Hit. You're here with Mick and Joff for our Gameweek 10 Quickfire preview. Joffy boy, how'd you go in Gameweek 9, mate?
Yeah, no, I'm very content. Very content. We were going to talk about that in the second video, by the way. As we do 2 videos, nice and short and sweet. A nice quick one, Quickfire preview. Second video, we get all into it. Should we just get straight into it, Mick?
Let's get into it, man.
Let's do it. So, who are we talking first? We're going to talk forwards first, or might as well start at the front?
Always
Let's start at the front.
Start out front.
All right. So, forward thinking. Should we get into some stats first? Let's talk of the last 4 game weeks for some stats, Mick. All right, come on, stat man, hit us.
Well, we all know that Patrick Bamford is just the stat king of the season so far. 20 goal attempts, 18 of those inside the box. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Literally insane. This is like Thierry Henry stats, man. But he's not scoring goals, man.
It's a problem. That's where where the problem lies. He's not scoring those goals. But I mean, if you don't own Bamford at the moment, Bamford, you'd be a little bit scared. I mean, if this guy's popping off 20 shots in 4 game weeks, Joff, that's a lot of shots.
That's crazy. That's
approximately 5 a game week.
Every time I see the numbers, I'm just like flabbergasted. It's just like, how is this happening? But anyway, who else is doing some business, Nick?
So we all know Harry Kane. He's doing all right. But something that's really intrigued me is Firmino's up there, Joff. Firmino's just ousted his way into this top 3 for strikers with 11 goal attempts. So obviously it's a long way behind Patrick Bamford. Kane sitting on 13. But Firmino just to be in there. I mean, does that make it? Is he making a case for himself?
I don't know. Is that a rhetorical question? I don't know about that. I don't know. He's got to start scoring goals. How many goals has he scored in the last 4 game weeks, mate?
Yeah, not many.
He's actually scored 2, hasn't he?
Yeah, done all right. The one that I like is Tammy Abraham, Joff. He's in the top 10 for goal attempts. He's created 4 chances in the last 4, 1 big chance, and 9 of those shots of his 9 out of 9 attempts have all been inside the box, 5 on target. Yeah. Tammy Abraham, 7.2 million. It seems like with Pulisic out, which is he ever coming back? I don't know, man. Tammy could be an option, man.
100%. We've obviously seen Hudson-Odoi in the Champions League scored a goal as well, so trying to make a case for himself, but. Yeah, I think that Tammy could be starting with obviously Werner on the left and Ziyech on the right, and obviously we've got to talk about Calvert-Lewin as well, who's he's got some good stats as well. But I mean, we don't even need to talk about his stats, man, because his goals is enough to talk about him because he is just goaling. He's just goaling for fun. He's having a fun time. He's having a fun.
He's doing very well. He's up there too, but he's actually equal with Tammy on 9 goal attempts. 7 of those inside the box, 5 on target. His stats are very similar to Tammy, except he's got a lot more goals than Tammy.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, Calvert-Lewin. I mean, he's pretty much owned by the entire game now, isn't he? What's his percentage? It'd be over off its head. So.
I think it's like over 50%. Yeah.
Even so, Timo Werner. Timo Werner's another one.
Oh yeah, of course.
We've got to talk about Timo. He's doing the business too 100%. Down at old Chelsea. He's actually beating his strike partner there. He's losing to Tammy Abraham in goal attempts, and also he's on equal goals with Tammy in the last 4, and he's on a few less goal attempts inside the box as well. So Timo Werner, Joff.
Timo Werner.
Is he worth the money?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you own him, you keep him, of course. But I mean, there's other strikers there, and I don't like him playing on the wing, to be honest. I mean, he's got penalties, which it's good, it's great, it's amazing. But I have to wait and see there. But let's get into the mids, Mick. Let's just bomb straight into the mids. And hello to everyone. It's watching live, and if you're not watching live, how are you? Hello to you as well. But anyway, midfielders, Mick. I just want to quickly say, just Bruno Fernandes. He got his goal. He got the retake, but he got his goal and he had chances, man. Chances created for all his teammates, which they didn't take. He could have had he got a haul, but he could have had an absolute haul here.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the thing we look at with midfielders. You want to look at those chances created, and Bruno's created 12 in the last 4 game weeks, so it's 3rd amongst all midfielders, which is awesome for him. He's such a great player to own. I mean. I kind of backed out on him a bit earlier in the season, but we're back on him now, both of us. 14 goal attempts too, which leads the midfielders at the moment. More than Salah, equal with KDB and Grealish. So some big midfielders in there to really consider this season.
Yeah, so goal attempts, 14, KDB, Bruno Fernandes and Grealish in the last 4, which is that's some good stats right there. I mean, I'm honestly looking to bring in KDB in the second video. We'll talk about that. But yeah, I mean, who else are we looking at in the midfield, Mick? I mean, Jota, got to talk about him again.
Yeah, I mean, he got a rest in the Champions League. We saw that, so that was pretty good for anyone out there that's thinking about bringing in Jota. He's an option, man. I mean, why not? Why not bring in Jota? I mean, he's going to fight for that spot with Firmino. He doesn't play up front. He might play in the midfield. We've seen him play in the midfield. Yeah. And with everything that's going on with this coronavirus business, anyone can play at any moment. Anyone can just fold. I mean, how many cases are we getting every single week?
Yeah, it's
always
crazy.
Something
going on.
Always someone is dropping out. Like we saw Zaha drop out.
Yeah, just like that.
No one even knew. There was thousands of people that brought in Zaha this week, and what'd you get for it? Nothing.
It's pretty crazy.
So it's just sad. Obviously, it's leaning towards having a bench. If you don't have a bench right now, maybe consider it.
Well, that's like me, man. I've been dodging bullets, man. I've been dodging minefields because I've got no bench, and I've been dodging this, but I'm sure my time will come if I continue to play with fire. Yeah. But we're going to talk about Son as well. He's still just doing his bits and pieces. I think he's the leading goal scorer in the league at the moment. Oh, wow. And he's had 8 attempts in his last 4 game weeks. Only created 2 chances, but Heung-min Son. I personally, I want to keep him the whole season. Yeah, the whole season.
Yeah, he's clinical, mate. He's clinical. I sold him. I've sold him twice this season, and both times I've sold him, he's punished the hell out of me. Shit. First time was 24 points, I think, and then this time was 11 or something. What do you get? So I don't think for me, I just got to stay away from Son. I just got to stay away from him. Man. If you still own Son, you should probably keep him because you don't want to suffer my fate. But for me, it's just I'm going to stay away from him. I think this Spurs team have got something in them.
Oh yeah, they got something.
They got something. Right. But is it really going to last? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, Mourinho, man, we'll have to wait and see. We're going to talk a bit more in detail in the second video about a lot of this stuff because we go into a bit more detail. This is nice and short and sweet for the people that like to get the short and sweet videos out the way. But we'll get into that in the next one. But let's touch on defenders, Mick. Chelsea, again, kept it clean.
Love it. I love it. When you own 2 Chelsea defenders like I do and they keep it clean, you're happy days. I mean, that's the thing. When you're looking at some like a mid-price defender, you go no further than Reece James. 5 million starting right back in this Chelsea team. We know that now. As Billy Quetta played Champions League in the midweek, so we know that Reece is going to start on the weekends.
It's really weird how that worked out, eh?
So he is the starting right back for Chelsea, and it shows. His stats are decent. He's obviously not as good as Chilwell's. Chilwell's stats are a bit better.
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy that everyone needs to understand right now that's leading the line is Cancelo, Joe. Wow, Cancelo. Wow, he's just 12 chances created in the last 4 game weeks. That's the highest amongst any defender by a stretch.
Well, Cancelo.
Wow. I mean. That's the thing. I mean, I brought him in last week for a 1-pointer, but I'm expecting some big hauls from him going up.
And he's got the most touches in the opponent half in the last 4 as a defender. But he's definitely someone to keep an eye on. Actually, in the Champions League, he had a shot from like a centre forward position as well, which he didn't take. But you got to look at Cancelo and other players. I mean, like we've just mentioned from Chelsea, Zuma. He's on headers. Chilwell. Even James. Robertson, I kept faith in Robertson.
Silky hands.
And Silky Hands got me in some nice 12 pointage, which thank you, Silky Hands. I'm probably going to get rid of you soon, but for the time being, maybe get another 12 point on the weekend. We'll see how we go. But otherwise, Digne, 2 assists as well for Everton. We know that, if they kept a clean sheet.
That's the problem.
They kept a clean sheet.
If he was like 5 million or 5.5, I consider him, but 6 million.
6-1.
He's a premium.
He went up somehow.
He's a premium defender job, and he doesn't play for a premium team. No, not defensively premium. I mean, Everton. Hey, Everton. They can win the league, but
still banging
premium defense. Everton aren't there. Actually isn't a premium defense in the league this season.
It's not. Besides, probably Chelsea. Honestly, you guys are probably the only team that's actually looked dangerous every time. I kept keeping it clean. Like Newcastle didn't really look too good. Mendy's looking amazing, man. Mendy is looking amazing.
We love him.
But otherwise, other defenders, I mean, just players that are on headers, Konsa, Mings. There's a few of them out there, Like we mentioned Zuma as well. There's a few players out there for goal-scoring ability. But
that's what you really need in this season is some attacking returns from your defenders. Even Semedo. Semedo is a decent option. Playing in that Wolves team.
He's getting forward.
Even though this Wolves team don't really get many goals, unfortunately.
No.
But
haven't been keeping too many cleans either. It's been a weird season for a lot of different teams anyway. But
it's been a weird season.
But I mean, anything else we want to touch on here before we go into our Game Week 9 hit show or 10 hit show in a couple of minutes? Or
no, I think that's it, man.
I reckon, that's it. So, thank you so much for tuning in. Please check out our other video. It's scheduled if you're watching live, and we'll switch over there and we'll answer all your questions. We'll talk about our teams and obviously a bit of UCL as well for anyone out there. A little bit of UCL as well,
Yeah, that's it.
Why
We'll
not?
get into it all. Do our league roundup, our shout outs, and our
gut feeling, our triple
gut
captain
feeling,
pick,
all that kind of business.
mixed traps of the week.
Mixed
So
traps of the week as well. So check us out. We'll be over there. We'll probably take a little short break, about 5 minutes, and we're scheduled to go live at 2:30. But we'll probably jump on in the next 5 minutes or so.
that's it. I like that. All
right, guys. As we said, FPL, take the hit. Always remember to stay positive.
Accept the reds and embrace those green arrows, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Ciao.
Take the hit, take the hit, take the hit.